Jesus entered a village where a woman whose name was Martha welcomed him. She had a sister named Mary, who sat beside the Lord at his feet, listening to him speak. Martha, burdened with much serving, came to him and said, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me by myself to do the serving? Tell her to help me." The Lord said to her in reply, "Martha, Martha, you are anxious about many things and worried about many things. There is need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, and it will not be denied her." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
One of the things about Scripture is that there's multiple meanings. It goes deeper in our lives. There's many ways to see the same piece of Scripture that pulls us deeper in our own spirituality. We're very familiar with this Martha and Mary story. So I'm going to propose 3 different ways to maybe look at it. There's others as well, but these are 3 very simple ways that we might understand this Scripture. The first way is probably the most common way. Mary sits at the feet of Jesus, basking in his glove, taking up every word he says. Martha, complaining about her sister and wanting Jesus to do something about it because she is such a busy person. Of course, in this scenario, Jesus is basically saying, calm down. It's important to just listen. Second way of seeing it might be Mary, of course, sitting at the feet of Jesus, basking in his glory, taking everything in. This is more like prayer, though, so we're going to call it contemplation, dwelling with the Lord. The second issue, though, is with Martha. Martha, in her prayer to the Lord, is asking for all these things to happen and also complaining about something. Lord, you need to change Mary. How often have we done that in our own prayer life? Pray to change someone else. Prayer is not about changing anyone else. It's about changing us. There's a third way. We go a little bit deeper, under the surface. That third way is about Martha being the one to emulate. In fact, the way of seeing this came from a mystic of the 13th century in our church. His name was Meister Eckhart. Meister Eckhart was a very prominent theologian of his day. He took over the chair of theology that St. Thomas Aquinas had. He was a Dominican monk, and he said that Martha is the one we have to follow here. How can that be? Well, Meister Eckhart says that Martha is fully grounded in the Lord. She's already done the work of listening and prayer, and now she's active. She's not perfect. Like all of us, we attain perfection on a regular basis, but we never actually see it. So Jesus corrects her. What's this correction all about? He's telling Martha, Mary's not there yet. Let her be. She will eventually get there. Now he goes on to explain this. Think of our prayer life as being both contemplative and active. The two go together like two sides of a coin. You don't have a coin with just heads. You don't have a coin with just tails. You have both that make a full coin. Meister Eckhart explains it in a way that even makes more sense to us spiritually. What is more important? Breathing in or breathing out? Now, it sounds ridiculous, but that's what we do in our spiritual life. We think that one is more important than the other. Oh, yes, of course. It's more important to sit at the feet of Jesus and listen, just basking in His glow. Or no, it's more important to do the work of the church. We've got to keep going and make things work. He says no. We must have both. That is the balance of our spiritual life. That is what keeps us alive. It makes sense in our world. A 19th, 20th century mystic by the name of St. Faustina. She was involved in the Divine Mercy. She's the one who started this prayer form. And when she began, she kept pleading with God for mercy, believing that something that she could say could change God's mind and she would feel His mercy. She didn't quite get it until she started going out to other people, showing them mercy. Now, she was in balance. She was breathing in and breathing out, and she understood God's mercy through giving mercy. We understand God's love by being loving. That is the contention of this. So Martha and Mary, however you look at this, are asking us to come into balance in our spiritual life. If we overweight one thing at the expense of the other, we are missing the life that gives us our breath, in and out. We cannot take any more breath in up to a certain point. We must exhale and get out there and do things. We do not just come to communion. We do not just come to church to receive. We will be overfilled. We cannot receive anymore. We must go out, take what we've been given, and share with others, and that will make the Eucharist alive for us. What is more important? Breathing in or breathing out?